We all love new platinums. And today I'm going to give you 7 easy platinums that all beginners must earn. Entry number 1 is Infamous Second Son. You'll be playing this action open world game as Delsin Rowe, but what version of Delsin is up to you, as in this game you'll have branching narrative decisions to take. This will determine if Delsin becomes infamous for his evil motives or becomes a city hero for saving the people's freedom from one evil bitch known as Augustine. Delsin will pick up his first powers early in the game, so you won't need to hang around before you get into the action. Delsin is constantly learning new powers throughout the game to become strong enough to eventually take down the DWP. You will certainly be making friends as well along your journey, as well as some enemies on your epic battle in the gorgeous city of Seattle, Washington. Whether you're using the smoke, neon, video or concrete abilities, you're bound to have a blast in this one. And for the 48 trophies, you'll be completing 2 playthroughs, one on evil and one on good karma. Also, you'll need to complete the game on expert mode, but do not panic guys, as even on this difficulty, with all the powers that you get, the game is easy enough to make this list. A few trial and errors for the final boss, you'll have it down in no time. Couple that up with a couple collectible trophies, some miscellaneous and traversal ones, and in 20 to 25 hours, you'll bag yourself a magnificent platinum trophy. Entry number 2 is Omno. This is an adventure platformer that is bound to leave a lasting impression on you, as it did with me. You will make your way through stunning rainforests, desert wastelands, and ice-covered lakes, all to discover the path and the meaning to enlightenment. You'll make an unexpected friend along the way, and you'll build a strong bond with him while completing simple puzzles and collecting essential artifacts. The world is covered in history and mystery for you to uncover. The creatures still living in this lost world are giant and tiny, but all are legendary. Don't worry about the difficulty on this super simple platinum. Its 22 trophies consist of you 100%ing each level, finding the legendary animals, and some miscellaneous interactions within the world. Go bag yourself another essential platinum in around 4 to 6 hours. Go on, get a move on, and you'll also hear this beautiful sound. Okay, time for entry number 3, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. This rehydrated version of a PS2 classic hits all the right notes, as you absorb the classic platformer through a shinier lens. And you'll have a blast, with SpongeBob, your classic all-rounder character, switching to Patrick for the heavy-duty combat, and Sandy for her airborne abilities. Now for the story. It is about fighting robots who have been let loose on Bikini Bottom and its surrounding areas by none other than Plankton. He is desperate to do anything he can to gain total control of all under-the-sea residents, but SpongeBob and co have other plans. There are 33 trophies for this platinum. You'll be completing story missions, puzzles, and a few time trials. And of course, we can't forget the collectibles, consisting of SpongeBob's golden spatulas and Patrick's missing socks. And the only challenge that you might find with this platinum is the time trials. Getting around those slides and mountains can sometimes be tricky, but after a few trial and errors, don't worry, you'll get it perfect. All that is left for you to do is go and get this platinum trophy in around 15 to 16 hours. Entry number 4 is Saints Row the Third Remastered. This action-adventure game is memorable for its loudmouth characters, outrageous action, and hilarious moments. That is why Saints Row is cemented into my gaming memories forever. You will be playing as the leader of the 3rd Street Saints, who are a well-established gangster powerhouse at this point. You will, however, soon be slammed back to reality, as you need to rebuild the Saints by regaining control and authority over the city of Steelport. In this 3rd installment, you'll be taking on an all-new crime enterprise, ripping it apart piece by piece and gang by gang. The 3rd story of the Saints is separate from Saints Row 1 and 2, which are both still without a remaster or a platinum for some reason. Now don't worry, if you haven't touched those first 2 games, it's not a big deal, and it's certainly not a deal breaker, but it would however give you some understanding of past events of the gang. 50 trophies to be earned throughout this one, with your blood, sweat and crime. You'll be tasked with completing the story in 2 different ways, as you'll have some key story decisions to take, to either make chapter saves or risk going back and playing the game twice. The other trophies include finding some hilarious collectibles, completing side missions, and taking full control of all the city territories. The platinum will be all yours in around 40 hours, so go ahead, get started on a one-way murder ticket to Steelport. Entry number 5, it's Cat Quest. This action RPG caught me completely off guard with its all-action gameplay. You'll be controlling the cat Venturer on his quest to bring peace to the families of land and sea. Fighting is the name of the game, with unlockable daggers, axes and swords, along with some very slick and stylish armour sets. You will need to find a balance with your battle cat setup to make sure that you're strong enough to attack the larger enemies you encounter, like the dragons, but also making sure that you're strong enough in defence of the faster enemies. Make sure you're utilising the spells that you can unlock. These will be key in those mentioned dragon battles, whether it's Flame Purr in attack, Healing Paw in defense. These skills are both well worth leveling up early on. So for this platinum, you have 23 trophies to unlock. Some for leveling up the cat, more for clearing out the dungeons, and moving around the world by collecting the armor pieces, visiting historic locations, and obtaining the special spells. Guys, this platinum is as it seems. Super fun, super easy. In about 10 to 12 hours, which will fly by, you'll have yourself Le Platinum. Today's 6th entry is What Remains of Edith Finch. This incredible first-person exploration game once didn't have a platinum, but thanks go out to the platinum gods who gave us a PS5 version. You will be playing as Edith Finch as she revisits her abandoned Finch family home and the tragedies left behind. She decides it's time to head home and remap the family tree and its wretched history. This is one of the most creatively unique games I have ever experienced, and quite literally, you won't find anything else like it to platinum. Edith knows that something with her family isn't quite right, and you feel that in her chilling delivery as she narrates throughout the entire unspeakable stories of her late family. You'll be walking through this story, hitting a few button prompts along the way, and with just 12 trophies to earn by completing the story, replaying a chapter, and various miscellaneous tasks throughout the experience, you'll snatch another platinum trophy in 2 to 4 hours. Our final adventure for today is platinum number 7, Bug Snacks. This is one of the most mysterious and unique first-person action adventure games you'll get your hands on. You will travel to the island of Snacktooth as an investigating journalist after rumblings of weird goings-ons being reported from the island. And oh boy, is something weird going on. This island is full of whimsical and wonderful characters who all have their own stories to tell, but they all come back to one thing in common, and that is indulging in eating the bug snack foods. This game on the outside is a polished, shiny children's adventure game, but oh boy, how wrong that is. You are playing a creepy horror game of sorts, don't get that twisted. So, 28 trophies to earn for the platinum. Very simple stuff: complete the story, catch all the bug snacks, big and small, with some extra side quests in between, for a platinum time of around 15 hours. And there you have it, guys. We've covered 7 easy platinums that I think are perfect for beginners and all trophy hunters should have in their collection. Thanks for watching, and feed me more platinums in the comments.